John F. Kennedy rightly said, without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive. A very pleasant morning to our principal, Reverend Father Anthony, our office administrator, Reverend Father Peter, our headmistress, Sister Juan, honorable judges, and our very special guest, Miss Anuba Sahani, Rita Sahani ma'am's daughter, parents, teachers, and dear students. I welcome you all to the 14th Rita Sahani Memorial Inter-House Debate for classes 6 to 8.
Prayer draws down the great God into the little hearts. It has the power to consecrate the atmosphere, to make it sacred, and to transform ordinary into extraordinary. So before we begin with the day's proceedings, let us invoke God's blessing with a prayer song. I request the choir to lead us in prayer.
In His time, in His time, He makes all things beautiful. In His time, Lord, please show me every day as You're teaching me Your way. That You do just what You say in Your time. In His time, in His time, He makes all things beautiful. In His time, Lord, please show me every day as You're teaching me Your way. That You do just what You say in Your time. In Your time. In Your time. You make all things beautiful in Your time. Lord, my life to You I bring. May each song I have to sing be to You a lovely thing in Your time. Be to You a lovely thing in Your time.
On this auspicious note, I now request Joshua to formally welcome the gathering.
The fragrance of flowers spreads in the direction of the wind, but the goodness of a person spreads in all directions. A very good morning to one and all present here. Today, we are all virtually connected to pay a tribute to Rita Sahani ma'am. Mrs. Rita Sahani was an insightful teacher who had a penchant for making her teaching more interesting and absorbing. Although a geography teacher, Nam was greatly inclined to the art of debating. She used her prowess and expertise to hone the young debaters. Enamored with love, affection, and warmth for her students, she had a knack of bringing them up with proficiency and enthusiasm. We will cherish all her memories forever. Today's debate is in the memory of Rita Sahani ma'am. The topic for the debate is Journey to Success is a marathon, not a sprint.
The key to holding a logical argument or debate is to allow oneself to understand the other person's argument, no matter how divergent their views may seem.
To judge the debate competition, we are honored to have with us a panel of esteemed judges to discern the most deserving speakers. I request Anvi to introduce and welcome the judges.
I would like to invite our first judge for the day, Victor Kumar Burman sir. Sir is a chemical engineer from Assam Engineering College. He is an extraordinary debater who has won 3 times state level and 1 time national level debate competition. Sir has also presented papers on plastic and polymer science in IIT Guwahati. He is currently working as a PGT chemistry in SFS Higher Secondary School Guwahati. We welcome you, sir.
Let's welcome our second judge for the day, Dr. Pooja Saxena Nigam. Ma'am is an alumni of SFS Delhi batch 1996. She has been awarded with Dr. Kamal Bhardwaj Gold Medal and University Silver Medal for securing first class first position in MA Economics. Ma'am is PhD in Economics and is currently working as an associate professor in Hindu College, Delhi University since August 2006. Ma'am has presented many papers in international seminars and national conferences. She has also published several research papers and has also completed a certificate program on globalization by the University of Oxford. We welcome you, ma'am.
I would now like to introduce our third judge for the day, Dr. Lokesh Chindal, an alumni of SFS Delhi 1997 batch. Sir is working as an associate professor in marketing at Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. Sir also has about 2 decades of experience as a consultant and a trainer in industry and academia. He has been a resource person in several national and international conferences, seminars, workshops, etc., in which he has chaired sessions and has been the guest of honor. Sir has several books, papers, articles, and patents to his credit. He is a proud recipient of honorary D.Litt from a university in Central America, recognized by United Nations. His work has also been recognized by Rotary and AIMA, to name a few. We are honored to have you with us, sir. We welcome you.
Before we begin the debate, I request Anvi to acquaint us with the rules and regulations for the competition.
The debate is open for the students of classes 6 to 8 only. Each house will be represented by 4 debaters, 2 for the motion, 2 against the motion, and 2 interjectors. The topic for today's debate is Journey to Success is a marathon, not a sprint. Each debater will speak for 2.5 to 3 minutes. Exceeding the time limit will lead to the deduction of 5 points. Any debater who uses script will be disqualified. Only 1 interjection per debater will be allowed. The criteria for assessing the debaters is as follows. Content, logical arrangement of arguments, 10 points. Confidence and debating skills, 10 points. Language, expression and diction, 10 points. Response to interjection, 10 points, making a total of 40 points for each debater. Now Rohan will brief us about the interjection.
Each interjector will be allowed 2 questions. Questions should be brief and no counter questions are permitted. Interjectors are not permitted to question debaters of their own house. The criteria for assessing the interjectors is as follows. Language and confidence, 5 points. Relevance of questions, 5 points. Making a total of 10 points for each question, thereby making 20 points for each interjector. The participants are not supposed to disclose the name of their house. Prizes. 2 best speakers for the motion and 2 best speakers against the motion, and best interjector will be awarded cash prize and certificates. The decision of the judges will be final and binding.
Debating is the art of creating a vision. It not only helps to build one's confidence and personality, but also cultivates a sense of decisive awareness. So, here is a note to all our budding debaters. Let today's competition be solely about constructive arguments, diverse opinions, and conveying your message to the world. The topic for the debate is Journey to Success is a marathon, not a sprint. We have speakers from all the four houses Akbar, Ashoka, Chanakya, and Popal. Let's listen what they have to say. The purpose of disagreement is not victory or defeat, it is progress. All the best to all the speakers.
I request Shashwat Lal, speaker number 1, to express his views for the motion.
Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Good morning, everyone. Today, I, Shashwat Lal, am going to speak for the motion. Journey to success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Let me put before you this question. What kind of a runner are you? Do you believe that the hare will always beat the tortoise in the epic race, or is it the slow and steady that will achieve their destination successfully? Well, I am a marathon runner, not a sprinter. Marathon runners are not concerned with their time in the first 100 yards of the race. They know that the key to success is to keep a steady pace over the entire 26 miles. If they go too hard at the beginning, they will run out of steam and never make it to the end. They use strategies and tactics that will pay off in the long run, not in the short term. They know that the stamina that they have built up with patience and hard work will make them successful. Marathon runners change approach, but they never give up. My worthy opponents may say that sprinters can achieve short-term goals easily. But are these short bursts of energy sustainable in the long run? No, of course not. A good example of this is a sprinter you can find in the gym. If a sprinter plans to lose 10 kilos, he or she will try to lose it as fast as they can. But when they realize that the process won't be as easy as they imagined, they will give up quickly, becoming too demotivated to continue. Being impatient is the main drawback of the sprinters. When they are giving 100% of their strength, they're expecting to see immediate results. But we all know that a true success cannot be achieved overnight. Dear sprinters, start small, think big. The long battle for a happy and sustainable future starts today. Patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. So, dear friends, who do you prefer to be? A sprinter or a marathon runner? Thank you.
That was really great, Shashwat. Now, I request interjector number 1, Kashika Goyal, to ask her question from speaker number 1 for the motion.
A very pleasant morning to one and all. I, Kashika Goyal, interjector number 1, would like to ask a question from speaker number 1 against for the motion. Thank you. If you feel marathon approach is better, then why are we given a break before every class? Implying, why don't we study without a break for 14 years in school? Isn't each year of schooling act as a sprint? Please comment.
Thank you for the question, dear interjector. I would like to say a marathon is not about going slow. It's about going at your own pace. We are given these breaks so that we can regenerate ourselves. For the entire 14 years of our school life, we are being educated. This all takes time. It is the right move to go. A sprinter can only see a few meters ahead, while a marathon runner can see miles ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was very well answered, Shashwat. Now, opposing the motion, we have speaker number one, Yatika Thareja.
The world is full of people who have dreams of making it big. In terms of becoming a president or winning a golden Olympics or getting awarded with a Nobel Prize and of owing their own success path. The difference between the people who make it across the finish line or reach the pinnacle of success have been known to follow an action plan. In the running world, sprinting and marathon races are on opposite ends of the spectrum and require very different skills, while both are challenging and require intense training. A sprint focuses on a short term and a marathon focuses on a long run. And I, Yatika Thareja, firmly believe that journey to success is a sprint, not a marathon. Greetings to everyone. I would speak against the motion on the topic Journey to Success is a marathon, not a sprint. In many ways, starting a success plan is similar to training for a marathon. But if we train ourselves for that, then by the time we reach the finishing line, others would just have used a sprint to reach it long before we would. Before you set out on the path to the finish line, you need to have a plan. Correct. But the sprint approach gives us an opportunity to take proper breaks and rest in between the strenuous efforts we put in to rejuvenate ourselves. Like a runner preparing for a marathon, startup and early stage initiatives need to have a well thought out strategy on how to obtain their long term goals. But the same path can of course be modified in such a way that we reach out to the success at early stages and move to the next task immediately. Slogging a total walk won't help but fast. A steady and an alert approach of a rabbit will definitely help. Now, the moment I talked of a turtle and a rabbit, the kindergarten story must have immediately struck your mind. And also the moral of the story that said, slow and steady wins the race. But my question is, why should we go slow if we have an option of moving fast? Have you seen any vehicle driving at a speed of 30 or 40 on a highway? No, right? But why is it so? This is because the highway gives us the path, more space to get up. Then why not? Therefore, I say that sprint approach helps leaders instill the core values and one can attain far superior results if they work in the right spirit. And then marathon approach won't be longer necessary. Thank you.
Thank you, Yatika, for your wonderful thoughts. Now, I request interjector number one, Kashika Goyal, to ask her question from speaker number one against the motion.
A very pleasant morning to one and all. I, Kashika Goyal, interjector number one, would like to ask a question from speaker number one against the motion. Life isn't a single linear journey with one finish line. Life is a multitude of opportunities and experiences, each connected in some purposeful way. Marathoners know how to sustain under pressure and they understand the hard work required. It's more like sprinters turn out to be scammers and get jailed. Example Harshad Mehta and Nirav Modi. Please put up your views.
My dear interjector, first of all, I would like to appreciate for the brilliant research you have done for quoting the exceptional cases.
She's saying some other questions.
I'm sorry for the break. My dear interjector, first of all, I would like to appreciate you for the brilliant research you have done for quoting the exceptional cases. In life, exceptions are always there. Why should we not talk about Walt Disney? Had he not used the sprinting approach, he would have accepted rejections from critics, and Mickey Minnie Mouse would never have been amongst us. Another example that I can think of is Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, who had started Facebook from his hostel room and became the youngest self-made billionaire. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well attempted, Yatika.
Moving on to speaker number 2. For the motion is Nathan Anthony Binu.
Work carefully and neatly. Do not hurry and spoil the work. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Does this ring a bell? Yes, we have all been taught this moral by our parents, teachers, and elders. As we grow up, for some of us, this adage takes a back seat and we join the rat race because early and quick success seems glamorous and appealing. But this comes with a price. Greetings, respected judges, teachers, and my dear friends. I, Nathan Anthony, am here to speak for the motion on the topic Journey to Success is a Marathon, not a Sprint. While both marathon and sprint are challenging and spectacular, sprint is over with a lightning bolt, while the marathon takes as much time as we do to carefully utter the greatest marathon runner in history, Eliud Kipchoge. Rome was not built in a day. Every great creation, every invention, every novel idea or plan did not happen overnight. A great deal of dedicated time, hard work, perseverance, determination, and groundwork is essential to make the triumph glorious and admirable. The rabbit runs fast, but he stops and rests because he gets tired. But the tortoise tirelessly, steadily makes it to the finish line. In a marathon, we need to preserve our energies for long, cannot afford to give up, and perseverance is the key. One more lesson for success is we need to keep ourselves free from carrying unnecessary baggage of stress, strain, pressure, domination, supremacy, and the like. The marathon gives us enough time to learn from our mistakes and adapt along the way to the destination. It may seem like it takes years to achieve your goal. As in the case of Thomas Edison, it took 10,000 steps for him to invent the first light bulb. As he said, I have not failed 10,000 times. I have successfully found 10,000 ways that will not work. A marathon is always win-win. So let's be patient with it because it may seem like it takes forever to complete the race. But this time period, you have gained more. Now, what do you want? Be the rabbit, dash and diminish, or reach the finish line with tortoise-like patience and be rich? I would like to end with the words of Bruce Lee. Quote, long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity. Unquote. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Now I request interjector number 2, Adit Jingra, to ask his question from speaker number 2 for the motion.
Good morning, everybody. I, Adil Dhingra, interjector number 2, would like to ask a question from speaker number 2, Nathan Anthony Binu, for speaking against the motion. Is speaking in favor of the motion. Nathan, being fast in your life won't fall you in the pit holes, and shouldn't we be mindful while taking our steps towards life? Please present your views.
Thank you for your question, dear interjector. What I mean by journey to success is a marathon is not procrastinating, instead, a judicious use of time and resources to enrich the outcome with the experience you have gained in the process of the marathon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Nathan. Speaker number 2 against the motion is Vriti Mahindru. I request her to share her views.
Success is no accident. It is hard work, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. A very good morning to respected principal, judges, teachers, and my dear friends. My name is Vritti Mahendra, and I will be speaking today against the motion journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint. I agree with this statement to some extent. Then I also strongly believe that one has to run a lot of sprints to reach the final destination. A marathon can be compared to a long-term goal which one wants to achieve in life, whereas sprints can be compared to short-term goals which one has to conquer to reach that final goal. Like in Olympics, you have a javelin thrower and an archer as well. Javelin thrower doesn't have a live target in front of him, so he aims at the moon, shoots for it, and the trajectory helps him to cover the maximum distance and make a mark for himself. Likewise, a marathon or a long-term goal is similar to this javelin thrower, setting a bold target which is not in your view. But on the other hand, in case of an archer, he has a live target right in front of him and he aims for it with proper focus and goes for the kill. So, sprints or short-term goals are exactly just like him. One has to be both a javelin thrower and an archer to be successful in life. In easy words, by just saying that I want to be a big man one day with a lot of wealth, fame and repute won't take you anywhere. You need to break down that bold goal into small realistic goals and focus on them with dedication and determination. Focus stands for following one challenge until successful. So, to reach the final marathon goal of being a well-settled person in life, set a goal like in next 5 years I need to have a stable job. Run that sprint by giving 100% and achieve that. Once conquered, set a new goal that in the next 5 years I need to have a car of my own. Give your best and win that sprint in the set deadline. Once achieved, set a new goal that in the next 10 years I need to have a house of my own, and then run this sprint too with a proper plan. Never give up in case you taste failure in this journey at any time. At last, I would like to reiterate that one has to run number of sprints with clear focus and timely evaluations to finally reach the finish line of the marathon. Otherwise, the marathon will remain a distant dream forever with no success. Remember, right intentionality along with a proper method always leads to breakthrough results. Ambition is the path of success. Persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. Thank you.
Thank you, Vriti. Now I request interjector number 2, Adit Dhingra, to ask his question from speaker number 2 against the motion.
I, Adil Dhingra, interjector number 2, would like to ask a question from speaker number 2, Riti Mahindru, for speaking against the motion. Riti, we need to be updated at all stages. By being slow, wouldn't we pace down our journey and take long to learn and develop in today's ever-changing world? Please comment.
Thank you for your question, dear interjector. No, I don't believe in shortcuts. If you hear my script again, I said that a marathon is a dream that one wants to achieve in life, but it will remain a dream forever. You need to break down that marathon into bold, realistic goals and focus at one time. So, if for example, just like I said that I want to be a big man one day, so I said that one has to set the first goal that in the next I need to have a stable job. Then run this sprint and focus on it and nothing else. Once you have achieved that, set the next goal that in the coming 5 years I need to have a car of my own. Then only focus on this again and nothing else. Once you have achieved that, set the next goal that in the coming 10 years I need to have a house of my own. You can also break the sprint further, like I need in the next 5 years I need to have a bigger car. And in the next 5 years, I need to have a house of my own. And also do timely evaluations and so that you never fail in life. This is what I believe in. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was great, Vriti.
Moving on to speaker number 3 for the motion, we have Avni Bajaj, all set to express her views.
Let me begin my debate with a question. How do we like to eat our favorite dessert? Do we eat it at a steady pace to relish it, or simply gobble it up all at once? In the athletic world, sprinting and marathon races are on opposite ends of the spectrum. While both are challenging and require intense training, it's the marathon runner who steals the show. A marathon runner achieves success by steady efforts and dedication, whereas a short, powerful burst of energy, as that of a sprinter, achieves success that is short-lived. In a marathon, one gets a chance to fall, get up, and re-strategize with time to ensure greater chances of succeeding, whereas a sprinter gets one shot at winning and there's no scope of failure. A tree does not bear fruits from the day it is planted. It takes years and years of nurturing and efforts for it to grow and be able to bear fruits. The Kaufman Foundation conducted a survey on the fastest growing companies, and the results were startling. More than 65% of these failed due to unreasonable pace of growth, because of which they were unable to sustain themselves with time. On the other hand, let's look at our homegrown Reliance Industries, which has evolved through consistent growth over time, because of which it is able to sustain its success. All known successful people in the world did not succeed overnight, be it Mahatma Gandhi or Nelson Mandela. They could not make a sprint and attain freedom. It took them years and years of perseverance, consistent efforts, strategies to reach the goal and succeed in what they endeavored. Success achieved by sprinting cannot be termed as success. It's only a win which fades away with time. But success achieved through a marathon journey is the success in its true form. Before concluding, I would want all participants of this debate to ponder on this question. No matter who succeeds by winning this debate, would our journey be termed as a marathon with weeks of preparation or a sprint with overnight efforts? To conclude, I would like to say that journey to success is always a marathon. Sprints may only be a part of the journey. Thank you.
It was a pleasure listening to you, Avni. Now I request interjector number 3, Vedansh Mishra, to ask his question to speaker number 3 for the motion.
A very pleasant morning to one and all. I, Vedansh Mishra, interjector number 3, would like to ask a question from speaker number 3 speaking for the motion. Respected speaker, as you said in your speech that it takes years and years of perseverance and consistent efforts to reach a desired goal. It reminded me of a dialogue from the movie Three Idiots, which meant that life is a race. If you don't run fast, you will get trampled. In this modern era of computer science and technology, where things change in a fraction of seconds, one must be with the pace of time to reach his or her desired goal. Otherwise, they will lag behind. Then, I would like to ask you that is it affordable to wait endlessly in order to achieve success? Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question, Mr. Interjector. No, I strongly believe that journey to success is always a marathon. As even in our school, over a period of time, we study consistently and regularly, and we achieve success in the form of promotion to the next grade. Thank you.
Well said, Avni. We now have speaker number 3, Rebha Chaudhary, speaking against the motion.
Good morning, honorable jury, respected teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I am going to present my views against the motion. Journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint. Let me start with what success means. We can't define it in absolute terms. What may be the success to me may not be for another person. I am reminded of an old story of the hare and the tortoise. But, my dear friends, those days are over now. Why to wait for tomorrow when you can achieve today? In this computer era, when the whole world is at your fingertips, you can't afford to wait and wait endlessly to succeed. I strongly believe that those who don't have confidence in their abilities think that journey to success is a marathon. They perfectly fit into the story of the hare and the tortoise. God bless those minds. There's a saying that in the long run, we all are dead and gone. Then why not to taste success in short period? Let me put a question before you. Are you invariably aiming for something you can't quite see? We must all keep in mind the longer the wait, the more one is prone to losing focus. It also leads to mental burnout. And this exactly happens with a marathoner in real life. The shorter the period, the more one is focused. Today, everybody is interested in seeking immediate results. We all know that why T20 in cricket is more popular than other formats of game, simply because it's fast-paced. My speech would be incomplete if I don't refer to the golden words of famous Saint Kabir. Finish tomorrow's task today and today's task right now. When would you finish them if the world were to end in the next moment? My dear friends, every day we wake up and go at fulfilling our obligations and lie into our bed ready to recover. Doesn't it sound like a daily sprint to you? So success is more like a never-ending series of sprints. I conclude that sprinting and not marathon is the key to success. Thank you.
It was delightful to listen to your thoughts, Rebia. Now I request interjector number 3, Vedansh Mishra, to ask his question to speaker number 3 against the motion.
A very pleasant morning to one and all. I, Vedansh Mishra, interjector number 3, would like to ask a question from speaker number 3 speaking against the motion. In your speech, you meant to say that success can be achieved in a short period of time. In my opinion, to reach a desired goal, one must give good amount of time, put proper efforts, keep some patience, and have a serious dedication. It is often said that success is not a journey. It is often said that success is not a destination, but a journey. Then, I would like to ask you that will it be ideal to say that journey to success is not a marathon? Thank you.
Thank you, dear interjector, for your question. It is indeed a good question. I strongly believe that journey to success is not a marathon but a series of sprints. Sprinting helps us to keep focusing, and it also reduces the chances of not winning. Whereas when you're a marathoner and you're marathoning, there are more chances of losing focus. If I quote an example that if Newton would have been within us here, so he would have said that I'm not a marathoner, but I am a sprinter. Had he been a marathoner, then he would have given up and lost interest in his subject. But he was a sprinter who never gave up. He was focused and he continued sprinting until and unless he was able to achieve success. Today, also when we are debating,
In this debate, each participant is given 2.5 to 3 minutes to place his views. And we have put all our hard work, all our determination to win this debate. And if anyone loses, he will be motivated. He does not lose his hope. He will try better next time and surely aim to win.
Well said, Ribia.
Now we have Ayan Bhagra, speaker number 4, expressing his views for the motion.
Success does not come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. Good morning to one and all present here. Welcome to the Battle of Opinions. My name is Ayan Bhagra and I will be speaking for the motion on the topic. The journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint. Have you ever run a marathon? How would you approach such an enormous task? I have personally never run a marathon, but I assume it would go something like this. You would wake up on the first day with seemingly unlimited energy. Then you would hit the road. The passionate energy that comes with a new goal is intoxicating. Day after day, week after week, month after month, you would build your strength and stamina. Yes, there would be hardships, shin splints, sore feet, and rainy days. But you're training for something so big and large, you wouldn't dare to give it any less than 110%. I think we can all agree that the effort and work a marathon takes is indisputable, whether we have run one or not. You wouldn't just sign up for a marathon, show up on the next day, and start sprinting to the end as fast as you can, right? So why do so many of us do this very thing with our other goals in life? Whether it's weight loss, muscle gain, financial independence, whatever it is, we want a shortcut, the quick route to the top. We set our sights on what we want and take off in a full sprint and expect that to work. But success is a marathon, not a sprint. Achieving anything significant requires hard work and determination over an extended period of time. Everyone loves overnight success stories. Day after day, we are inundated with tales of passionate entrepreneurs who find instant wealth, fame, and success. The truth is that easy overnight success is a myth. Instead, the road to success is long, twisty, and fraught with hardships. At the end, I would like to say that the journey to success is like the illusion of the iceberg. What people see as success is in reality a culmination of dedication, persistence, failure, and hard work. With this, I rest my case. Thank you.
That was really a fantastic speech. Now, I request interjector number 4, Pranjal Suri, to ask her question from speaker number 4 for the motion.
A very pleasant morning to one and all present here. I am Pranjal Suri, interjector number 4. I'm here to ask question to speaker number 4, speaking for the motion. As you said that success comes over a very long period of time. Do you think that we would have handled this pandemic situation so quick if we have been a marathon runner? Please comment.
Thank you for your question. Kindly give me a few moments to think. Yes. Most success stories don't happen overnight. Like the example of the pandemic you gave me. We could not have handled it so fast because it is such a big thing. Handling a pandemic that is ruining millions of lives cannot be done in a sprint. Most success stories, like I said in my speech, don't happen overnight. The real thing is that when we see success happen, the only thing we see is the glow in the moment or the after effects. We don't see how much effort has been put behind the scenes into reaching there. I hope that answers your question. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was indeed a balanced answer. Now, opposing the motion, we have speaker number 4, Ananya Khera.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown while Jill came tumbling after. This is a very famous nursery rhyme that all have heard, but for our worthy opponents, I believe it should be slightly changed. Jaya and Jess went in search of success. A marathon's long-term goal they were running after. Their goal was 20 years far. They lost motivation in hours. Only short-term goals make them sprint to success faster. Good morning, Reverend Father Principal, Honorable Judges, and my dear friends. I am Ananya Khera, and I shall be speaking against the motion. Men are haunted by the vastness of eternity, so we oft forget that we are but a minuscule in this vast universe, like a pop-up we see on the computer screen that has mushroomed on Earth and will be gone in a blink. We wish to lead successful and fulfilling lives, but when we see our journey of life like a marathon, we keep working and waiting all our lives to achieve such a long-term goal that we may not even reach. The very term marathon is defined as an activity which will take a very long time and make us very tired. Is that how you want to live life? To sprint means to cover short distances as fast as we can, as fast as we are able to. So let me tell you a secret. The journey of life and the route to success isn't a marathon. Our journey of life and the success we wish for is in fact a relay, where we sprint towards short-term goals, celebrate each small success, and thus live life to the fullest. Amitabh Bachchan, Abraham Lincoln, Saina Nehwal, Nikhil Kamath, all these famous personalities are in fact people who lived in the moment, and their life comprised of several sprints. Let's take the example of Abraham Lincoln. He became a wrestling champion when he was 21 years old. He won the Second State House campaign in 1834. He became a lawyer in 1836 and ran many such sprints until he became the American president in 1860. Amitabh Bachchan became an overnight superstar with Diwar and Hrithik Roshan with Kaho Na Pyar Hai. Nikhil Kamath of Zerodha became a billionaire at age 34. Their success stories aren't long marathons, but are spirited sprints that we all wish to emulate. I may or may not win this debate, but I have sprinted when the opportunity presented itself and succeeded in this endeavor to present my views, ready for the next sprint, ready to run fast and tirelessly on the journey to success. With this, I rest my case. Thank you.
That was an insightful speech, Ananya. Now, I request interjector number 4, Pranjal Suri, to ask her question from speaker number 4 against the motion.
A very pleasant morning, everyone. I'm Pranjal Suri, interjector number 4. I'm here to ask question to speaker number 4, speaking against the motion. As you clearly stated in your speech, that sprinting means to cover a short distance in a small time, as fast as they can. Don't you think that if we run too fast, we may make wrong decisions? But if instead we are slow, we take time and make right decisions. Please review.
Thank you for your question. Kindly give me a few seconds to think. I strongly believe that a relay is different from a marathon. In a marathon, we run for a long time and get the result at the end.
In a relay, there are a series of sprints. In one sprint, we can win, and in one, we may lose, but we get the result quickly, and this keeps us motivated. So, our journey to success is a sprint, not a marathon. Abraham Lincoln's life also comprised of several sprints. He won some and lost some, but achieved success. He became a wrestling champion and a lawyer early in his life, but he didn't keep waiting till the end of his life to achieve success.
Thank you.
Very well answered, Ananya.
Now I call upon speaker number 5, Prisha Dhar, speaking for the motion.
The journey to success is the process of working through each step to arrive at the next one, with each step motivating and inspiring us to press without fail. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg are the richest people in the world. Their success was not a sprint. Instead, they worked hard over time and reached where they are today, more like a marathon. Don't you think? So today, I, Prashad Hall, stand hereby to throw light on the topic Journey to Success is a marathon and not a sprint. My worthy opponents may say that journey to success is a sprint and not a marathon. I would like to question everyone. What is success? If we leave aside the monetary part, it is the mastery of an art. How can mastering an art happen so quickly? My dear friends, the world is grabbing every opportunity to increase the speed of every process and getting quick results. But doing anything too quickly does not form a stable foundation. And a long-lasting success requires a good foundation. My worthy opponents may also say that in this digital generation, artists can go viral and achieve overnight success. But what they fail to see is the process and the countless hours of hard work leading up to it. Also, let's not forget, earning fame and success in a very short span of time does not leave a long-lasting effect on others, since this fame and success is just temporary. Then let's take the example of Phil Knight. He started at the bottom with just an idea and worked his way up the ladder by making connections and taking things slow. Nike would not have been what it is today had he rushed through the process. I do understand that everyone wants instant gratification, but they do not realize that the same does not always apply to success. The hustle culture promoted these days does more harm than good. It affects mental health and more often leads to burnout. A lot of people are trapped in getting rich quick schemes because they believe they can become a millionaire in 7 days. I would like to end by saying a famous quote by Ryan Holmes. You can run a sprint or you can run a marathon, but you can't sprint a marathon. With this, I rest my case. Thank you.
We are pleased to hear you, Prisha. Now I request interjector number 5, Devanshi Sharma, to ask her question from speaker number 5 for the motion.
Good morning, everyone present over here. I am Devanshi Sharma, interjector number 5. I would like to ask my question to Miss Speaker number 5 for the motion. Like you told that success is a marathon and not a sprint, but we can sometimes get success from ancestral business too. So did for the example of Reliance company, the owner got some help from his ancestral business too.
Can you please repeat your question?
Sure. Like you told that success is a marathon, not a sprint, but we can sometimes get success quickly from our ancestral business.
Thank you for your question. My opinion on this is that we can get our ancestors' business, but we won't get a good foundation and it won't be long lasting. Thank you.
Well answered, Prisha. Speaking against devotion, now we have speaker number 5, Anika Sharma.
Success does not lie in results, but in efforts. Being the best is not so important. Doing the best is all that matters. Today, I, Anika Sharma, would like to put forward my thoughts strongly opposing the motion that journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint. I believe so because in today's fast forward world, everybody likes to choose shortcuts in order to achieve their goal. Using shortcuts make us more efficient at doing certain tasks on our computer because we are not unnecessarily reaching for a mouse all the time. Once we learn the lot of them, we definitely notice a boost in our productivity. As per my experience, it is the very human nature to take shortcut. I am sure maximum number of people prefer taking shortcut. We all are running the same race where everything is changing drastically. What we need is to be alert, be creative, and be prepared. So the choice is yours. Whether you want to waste your time running a marathon to get success, or do you want quick success without wasting much time, energy, resources, etc. As it is said that our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. When we take shortcut, we care about time. And as said by the world-renowned philosopher Timothy, time is money. Taking shortcut is never a wrong choice. It's a choice we decide on to save time and attain the end results at a speedy pace. But like a coin with two sides, taking shortcut will force you to compromise in some way or the other. Some points that I would like to highlight here are: it saves our time. We can accomplish our goal much before. And just in case things don't work, we can definitely go for a change. Change of plan or maybe change of strategy. In today's era that we are living in, it's pertinent to keep a track of time without wasting it. As time is life, wasting time is to waste life. Thank you.
What a pleasant speech. Now I request interjector number 5, Devanshi Sharma, to ask her question from speaker number 5 against the motion.
A very pleasant morning to one and all present here. Myself, Devanshi Sharma, interjector number 5. I would like to ask my question to respected speaker number 5 against the motion. Like you mentioned that success is a marathon, not a sprint. But without hard work, even Tata wouldn't have reached at this level. Your thoughts, please?
I'm sorry, dear interjector. Can you please repeat your question?
Sure. Like you mentioned that success is a marathon, not a sprint. But without hard work, even Tata wouldn't have reached at this level. Your thoughts here, please.
Thank you for your question, dear interjector. While we are working hard, we simply perform our task. But when we work smart, we get our job done in an efficient way. And while taking shortcut, we save our time and get our job done in a very efficient way. As time is life. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
That was very well answered, Anika. We now break for a short period. We will assemble to recommence the competition after 10 minutes at 10:10. Thank you.
We welcome you all back to the 14th RITA SAWHNEY Memorial Inter-House Debate Competition. We resume the debate by calling upon speaker number 6, Chaitanya Badhania, speaking for the motion.
A quote by Tim Notke: hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. A very good morning, Reverend Father Principal, Father Administrator, esteemed judges, teachers, and my dear friends. Today, I am going to speak for the motion on the topic: Journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint. Success depends on four major things in life. They are faith, God, luck, and effort. We cannot do anything about faith, God, and luck. So the only thing in our hand is the effort. So my dear friends, for achieving success, put in your 100% effort. Our life is a long marathon. There are no shortcuts to victory. Marathons are hard, really hard. It needs practice, expertise, and the right attitude to run a marathon successfully. The ultimate winners are the ones who never give up. Actually speaking, there is no alternative for hard work. Even if you are not the most talented, your self-awareness and willpower to make up for inadequacies with hard work will bring quality to your lives. Part of success is not just a sprint. It's nothing instant, but it's like a marathon for which you have to prepare and you need to prepare hard. Start slow and then pick up the pace when you know you are moving on the right track. Remember friends, constant efforts will always pay you in a long run. If you want to accomplish your journey to success, you need to take small steps and then gradually scale up towards bigger endeavors. There is no easy way. There is only hard work, late nights, early morning, rehearsal, repetition, study, sweat, and the most important, discipline. I would like to conclude by a quote given by a famous cricketer, Mr. Sachin Tendulkar. It's not about taking shortcuts. If you want to accomplish something, you've got to work hard. Thank you for your patient listening.
We thoroughly enjoyed this speech. I request interjector number 6, Ishita Agarwal, to ask her question to speaker number 6 for the motion.
A very pleasant morning to one and all. I, Ishita Agarwal, interjector number 6, would like to ask a question from speaker number 6 speaking for the motion. Your point was worthwhile, but I have a better proposition to state. You said in a speech that success is a marathon, but nowadays we are living in a world of technology where there is no time for running a marathon. Everything has become fast and smart. If we use this modern technology, then we can achieve success in a short period of time. Many online businesses like Country Delight and Big Grocers, Big Basket have earned more than 100 crores and 1000 crore rupees only in 2 to 3 years. Do you still think that there is a need to run a marathon when we can achieve success just by running a sprint?
Thank you, dear interjector, for your question. Here, I would like to say a famous quote by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. There is no elevator for success. You have to take the steps. In this fast-moving world, the separation of talent and skill is the most misunderstood concept for people who are trying to excel. My dear friend, talent is the one for which you have to, which is God gifted, and skill is one for which you have to prepare hours and hours with full dedication and full hard work. Lasting success comes only when you work for it.
when you earn it. I would like to ask a question to all my worthy opponents that have they learned their script for debate in a short period of time? Definitely. They must have put in a lot of effort for it. I hope I'm able to answer the question and explain the importance of hard work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very well said, Chaitanya. Opposing the house, we have speaker number 6, Parth Anand.
Before I begin, I want you to think of a moment when you performed at your very best. At that moment when you were clicking on all cylinders. Every move, every word, harmonizing with ease. Distracted by nothing, yet connected to everything. It was over in a blink of an eye, yet felt like the most natural thing in the world. You weren't bringing half intensity. You were in sprint mode. A very pleasant morning to one and all present here. Today I, Parth Anand of Class 6 Tulip, is here to present my views on the topic Journey to Success is a marathon and not a sprint. And I strongly oppose the motion. The preparation for a marathon is not any longer than the preparation for a sprint. Both distance runners and sprinters train year round. The only difference is the length of the performance. And when your big moment comes, it will be over in a blink of an eye. All of those days, weeks, months, and years of training and hard work come down into such a small window of time. The greatest minds in the world are tasked to condense their ideas that took them years or even decades into minutes. They chip down everything to the most important points with outstanding efficiency. I would like to tell my fellow opponents that though marathon is a steady state, low intensity, getting nowhere at the top speed, a sprint is exerting maximum intensity to achieve the top speed. A sprint needs a more refined and efficient a skill is, the more effortless and graceful it will become. There will be a rhythm and a cadence to the feel, an unmistakable brilliance and originality to the craft. We need to remember that our performance is a small window. There is a time for a slow, steady state pace. Like a sprint, you need a strong opening, sustained quality and efficiency, and a memorable finish to achieve peak performance. Taking life as a sprint teaches you how to summon motivation and right that anything dragging you down has no chance against. Thank you.
Thank you, Parth, for expressing your views. Now I request interjector number 6, Ishita Agarwal, to ask her question to speaker number 6 against the motion.
I, Ishita Agarwal, interjector number 6, am going to ask the question to speaker number 6 speaking against the motion. Success is not a one-day victory. A short, powerful burst of energy can take us high for an instant, but it is not sustainable. We have to put patience and perseverance to sustain it. Sprint is a shortcut way of getting success. By running sprint, we can get only momentous happiness, but it will not last. Don't you think that shortcut success can give us disappointment, discouragement, and loss of confidence in future?
Thank you for your question, dear interjector. I don't believe it is a shortcut. Let me explain better. Okay, so let us take the example of the COVID situation. If people would have been in the marathon mode, it would have taken years of slow research and testing, just like the case of the polio vaccine, which took 23 years in making. But scientists today went for the sprint mode, shipping down everything with outstanding efficiency and precision. And within the span of an year, we had the vaccines ready. Can you imagine the number of lives
We would have lost if the scientists would have went in the marathon mode on a slow and steady pace. I hope this answers your question.
Thank you.
Very well answered, Parth.
I request speaker number 7, Mihika Banerjee, to express her views for the motion.
There will be obstacles, there will be doubters, there will be mistakes. But with hard work, there are no limits, and nothing is impossible, not even achieving success. A very good morning to one and all present here. Today, I will speak for the motion. Journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint. Just like training for a race is not without pitfalls and challenges, similarly, the journey to success is also set with difficulties and obstacles. My worthy opponents may claim that achieving success is just like a sprint when one starts and ends with the same speed and vigor. To them, I would like to say that such successes are temporary, transient. Are you aware of the story of the eagle and the crow? Well, let me take this opportunity to narrate it here. Once, a crow sits on an eagle's back and tries to kill it by biting its neck. The eagle does not respond or fight with the crow. It simply opens up its wings and tries to fly higher and higher in the sky. The higher the eagle flies, the harder it is for the crow to breathe. And then, due to lack of oxygen, the crow falls and the eagle is free. The story tells us, in truth, that success comes to only those who devise ingenious plans to rise above the petty problems that come into their path. Be sure but steady and don't waste your time on the crows that come into your path. Consistent efforts will always pay in the long run. A short, powerful burst of energy can take you high for an instant but is not sustainable. I'd also like to advise my worthy opponents that to be willing to walk alone like a lion. Many who started with you won't finish with you in the journey of success. Consistent efforts will always pay in the long run. But at the same time, you have got to be smart enough to realize when you need a break. Remember, in a marathon, you have to wipe yourself and drink water in between. Success is nothing much, but just a goal where you need to aim and shoot your arrow at the right time. At the end, I would like to remind my worthy opponents that Rome was not built in one day. Everything in this world takes time. Nothing, and I repeat, nothing is a sprint. I would like to end by reiterating, success is a marathon, not a sprint. Thank you.
That was indeed very insightful, Mihika. Now, I request interjector number 7, Kavish Thaya, to ask his question from speaker number 7 for the motion.
A very pleasant morning to all. I am Kavish Thaya, interjector number 7, and I would like to propose a question to speaker number 7 for the motion. Mika, you think that life is a marathon and not a sprint. Sometimes, sometimes life is a sprint. In examples, things change rapidly. Technology changes rapidly. So if you will go slow, do you not think that you will be left behind from?
Sorry, dear interjector, could you please repeat your question?
Yeah, sure. I was saying that don't think in this changing world, if you do a marathon, you cannot catch up with others.
Thank you, dear interjector, for your question. But I strongly believe that in a marathon, you have to focus on your goal. And if you want to cope up with the others who have also focused on their goal and visualized it with hard work, you also have to uh, do hard work and be patient and persistent, because every time it's not possible for you to achieve your goal.
Thank you.
Very well attempted, Mihika.
Opposing the motion, we have speaker number 7, Vedant Bhatt.
Good morning, my name is Udan Bhatt, and I will speak against the motion the journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint. Many people think that the journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint, but in my perspective, it actually is a sprint. When a person tries to make his or her own path, people walking on the tried and trusted route criticize her for being a fool. But they never know. The new path might be an easier way than compared to the old, exhausting one. Surprisingly, both of these paths lead to the same destination. The only difference between these two is the time. The old way is a long nightmare, requiring patience in wholesale. It is monotonous and is extremely exhausting, resulting in many to drop out even before reaching the finish line. But on the other hand, the new or the sprint way is a shortcut, full of risk and adventure. But everyone can't succeed by walking on this path. You have to think out of the box to reach the finish line through this short way. Now, you would ask that why do so many successful people give long lectures on hard and sustained work rather than recommending the sprint way? But if you ask me, they actually have a point. Hard work surely is necessary, but this is where smart work kicks in. Either hard work or smart work, both alone is dangerous. They are like Lego blocks. They both are useful only when they stick together. Alone, either of them is useless. Only hard work can result in stress, hypertension, and in certain cases, death. While only smart work can cause less productivity, laziness, and employment. And history is never short of examples. For this example, I am going to the 1800s during the rule of Napoleon Bonaparte from 1804 until 1814 and again in 1815 as a ruler of France. He alone was successful in capturing whole of Europe. How? Simple. He broke his army into different flanks and surrounded his enemy from all directions. This tactic was highly successful, and most importantly, it was his unique tactic which was never thought of by any other general except him. Moreover, this tactic didn't require a large army or a lot of hard work, which was a main requirement of other armies. With this example from history, it is proved that sometimes sprinting, that is, doing smart work with hard work, is much better than marathoning. The people who are confident enough to separate their way from the crowd are the only ones that have the right to feel proud. With this, I conclude. Thank you for your patient listening.
Very well expressed. Now, I request interjector number 7, Kavish Thaya, to ask his question from speaker number 7 against the motion.
A very pleasant morning to all. I am Kavish Daya, interjector number 7. Would like to propose a question to speaker number 7 against the motion. Vedant, you think that life is a sprint and not a marathon. Wouldn't we fall into pits of stress and problems if we don't care, if we don't observe the road and just sprint? Please comment.
Thank you for your question. Now, if we use only hard work, like I had said in my speech, then that may result in various outcomes that are bad, and I don't want them. But if we use smart work with hard work, that forms the perfect team, and we can observe the pits that come in our way and simply dodge them and continue our path while maintaining our speed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well answered, Vedant.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to hear the last set of speakers of the day. Moving on with the competition, I now call upon speaker number 8, Nithya Anna Dias. I request her to express her views.
Believe in yourself and you're halfway there. Greetings to everyone. I'm Nitya Anna Dias of Class 8 Tulip. Today I'm here to speak for the motion on the topic Journey to Success is a Marathon, not a Sprint. PC Mustafa, the son of a coolie, now runs a leading food business, ID Fresh Foods. He was poor, but had big dreams and hopes, just like any big dreamer. But instead of fantasizing about living comfortably, he worked hard and earned rupees 182 crore in the year 2017 to 18 and is still earning more. To achieve success, one has to go a long way. It might be that you just have to click a button and you achieve success. But how did you get access to that button? It's because you worked hard for its accessibility. It might have been days, weeks, months, or maybe years you spent trying to click that button. The real reason is the hard work spent into it. You run, you stop, you refresh, and then start again. Way to success can never be a sprint. People might want to take a short route to attain their goal, but as the saying goes, there are no shortcuts to pure success. In a sprint, you don't actually take a break, but in a marathon, you do. You stop in between so that you realize what's going wrong and then change the plan. Now, let's take you like a movie. Its action, story, plot, animations, etc. is wonderful. But have you ever thought what makes this movie so amazing? It's those actors who, with patience, perseverance, endurance, and skill, made this movie a success. Not only them, but also the editors, director, cameraman, etc. The joint efforts of these people is what made the movie a masterpiece. It might have been that the actors were feeling demotivated or were on the verge of giving up, but remembering their goal, they thought a bit and stood up again. People might think that a person might achieve success just because of their cleverness and witty behavior. But how do they know how much a person has gone through, their experiences of life, the marathons they have run? It's them who have earned their wittiness and skill, and no one has the power to say that they didn't work hard. In life, sometimes we might not be able to complete some marathons, but that doesn't mean that there aren't any more marathons to run. Being persistent and learning from our experiences is the best way to achieve success. Thank you.
Very well expressed, Nithya. Now, I request Saloni Marwa, interjector number 8, to ask her question from speaker number 8 for the motion.
Good morning, everybody. I am Saloni Marwa, interjector number 8. My question is to speaker number 8 speaking for the motion. I would like to say that being in this new era, most people believe in sprints because if we go slow, the other person might grasp that opportunity. Please comment.
Thank you for your question. But see, it's not always about winning, it's about the experiences we have. There might be failures and everything. You want to go fast, you go, but you won't actually have so many experiences in your life. If you want to attain more success, you ought to have more experiences. So basically, if you compare yourself to other people, like they are going fast and I'm going slow, you won't actually get something really good. So always believe in yourself, because if we lose that belief in ourselves, we won't ever go ahead. So always being persistent, patient, because you will achieve success one day if you believe in yourself and you work hard accordingly. So always try your best and you will achieve success. No need of comparing or anything. Everyone, they let them go their way. We can go our way. See, everyone wants to reach to the top of the mountain, but most of our experiences, most of our happiness, thoughts, and everything we get is while we are climbing it. So never give up and always go forward to climb that mountain to reach till the top. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very well answered, Nitya. Speaker number 8 against the motion is Astha Jha. I request her to share her views.
As said by Gary W. Keller, success is actually a short race, a sprint fueled by discipline, just long enough for habit to kick in and take over. Good morning, everyone. I am Astha Jha. I will be speaking against the motion on the topic Journey to Success is a marathon, not a sprint. At the time of outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic, we as a country were not prepared for it. We did not have ample production of PPE kit, masks and sanitizers, leading to its scarcity. Likewise, there are many situations in life which does not give us the time to plan. To deal with those situations and to overcome it, we have to run at full speed with 100% dedication. The idea that success is a marathon speaks to a certain truth. That truth is that success is a long game and we have to invest our heart, soul, blood and sweat to obtain it. Success, however, is not a marathon. A marathon has a starting and an end point. When we cross the finish line in a marathon, the game is over. This is not how success works. There is no end to the work it takes to maintain success. Success is more like a never-ending series of sprints. Each day is like running the 100-meter. We have to do the things today that create success. A day is too short a time to create success and is far too long a time to waste. We need to accomplish our most important tasks each day, and we need to do so with a great sense of urgency. So we sprint. Once today's sprint is over, the next day we sprint again. Yesterday's race is over, today is a new race. We do what's most important for our success and we do it like we are running out of time. The best way to produce lasting success is to pay the price every day in perpetuity. For example, financial success is mostly a set of financial disciplines as much as it is goals. Creating good and productive adults is about the daily and weekly disciplines of parenting. Successful days lead to successful weeks. Successful weeks are the building blocks of successful months. Months of disciplined actions makes up successful quarters and years. Thank you.
That was a wonderful speech, Astha. Now I request Saloni Marwa, interjector number 8, to ask her question from speaker number 8 against the motion.
I am Saloni Marwa, interjector number 8. My question is to speaker number 8, speaking against the motion. As you said, we have to run at full speed. I would like to say that if a sprinter tries to win a marathon, he or she will use all of their energy in the first 100 yards and may have difficulty to win. Please share your views.
Thank you, dear interjector, for your question. We can say that success is a sprint because if you work hard on a daily basis and for a very long period of time, your hard work will definitely bring color. But on the other hand, if a person wants to become successful but works hard only for a year and two and stops, he or she cannot become successful. Let me make myself clear with an example. Suppose there is a person who wants to become a dancer.
In order to become a dancer, that person has to work very, very hard. Only after that, he or she is worth calling themselves a dancer. But if a person wants to become a dancer but does not practice regularly, skips their lessons, cannot become a successful dancer. So by this we can conclude that sprints are like the stones which are used for making a building. If your sprints are not strong and productive, then your building can never be strong. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Astha.
With this, we come to an end of this fascinating exchange of ideas. As we tabulate the results for the competition, we request our judges to address the gathering. We request our first judge, Victor Berman Sir, to speak to us.
Am I audible to everyone? Can you listen to me?
Yes, sir.
Fine, thank you. So, first of all, I'd like to pay my tribute to Ma'am Rita SAWHNEY, on whose memorial the debate is being held every year. And I also like to thank SFS Delhi for arranging such a wonderful event and inviting me as one of the judges. And I also thank the entire technical team of SFS Delhi to arrange it in such a proper manner, to all the teachers and to all the faculties and to the principal of SFS Delhi. Congratulations to everyone. And I would like to really wonderfully thank you students that such a age you are debating, and I'm very pleased to see you people in a very debating manner. You people are so energetic. You people are telling the points. You people are debating. So it's almost into another level. And myself being a debater, when I start debating from classes 9, I started from 9 and 10. But I think you people are starting from classes 6 and 7. So you people are, getting more and more opportunity in your life for the debate. And I think you people have done a lot of research on the topic. You people have told a lot of points. And all of you have done a wonderful job, no doubt about it. At such an age, debating with such confidence is very, very, very unique and very good. I'd also like to thank my co-judges for judging this, Pooja ma'am and Dr. Lokesh, Dr. Pooja ma'am, Dr. Lokesh sir, for judging this competition along with me. Thank you, judges. And few points I would like to tell you people so that you can improve yourself when you go to classes 9, 10, 11, 12. Nevertheless, so can anyone in this panel of students, can anyone tell me the most important thing in a debate competition is what? I would like to ask anyone who open your mic and say, what according to you is the most important thing according to debate competition? Yes, many people have raised your hands.
Making a point clear.
Making a point clear, okay. Yes?
Confidence.
Confidence, very good. Yes, anyone else? Correct?
Expressing your view.
Clarity.
Keeping a point.
So clarity in our speech.
Yeah, I'm extremely sorry I got disconnected. Yeah, I'm extremely sorry I got disconnected for a moment. No issues. Can you listen to me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sticking to your point.
Yeah, confidence. You have told me about you making your point clear. Everything correct. But
Sir, memory.
Memory. Okay, memory. Yes, memory is one of the important thing to speak. Anybody else wants to say anything?
Relevance.
Okay.
Relevance.
Relevance. Vriti. Relevance. Correct. Vriti is correct.
Expressing
Relevance.
our views on a particular topic.
Mihika, expressing your views on a particular
Keeping
topic.
our point.
The clarity of the topic.
Clarity of the topic. Great. That's great. That's great. That's great. You people know your things. Very good. Very good. That's great. That's great. But, in English language, there is always a but. Yes or no, students? All of your points are correct. I have written these points in the piece of paper. Whatever points you can see, whatever points I have written, I have told all these are in this piece of paper I have written. It's telling. It's great. One thing you did not say in your speech, which we as a debater have to have in any debate competition, and that is power. You understand my point? That is power. Because, dear students, debate competition is not a speech competition, point number one. Debate competition is not a drama competition, point number two. I have seen many of you are dramatizing your speeches in between. You are, waving hands, speaking in a different aura, it's fine. But you are a little bit putting a feeling of act, putting a feeling of drama inside your speech. That should not be to a maximum extent. You cannot dramatize your speech. Point number one. Point number two, many of you have observed that you people are simply telling the speech as a speech. You get my point? It is not a speech. It is a power. For example, when you speak in a national debate, when you go into a school debate, how you convince. Power comes with voice modulation. Do you know what is the meaning of voice modulation? Voice modulation means in the important points you are stressing and then you will become slowing. And then again you are stressing. And at the end, you are finishing it on a very sarcastic note. I am telling you how the sarcasm will end. Let me give you an example. You people are very good and budding talents you people have. So just see a line. At last, I would like to say, Honorable Speaker, sir, if after giving these points, my fellow mates in the treasury bench or in the opposition bench are not satisfied, then may God give them some power, give them some blessing to have this podium. And may God give them the strength to understand my points. With this, I would like to finish up. And if still the people are not convinced, then, Honorable Speaker, sir, nothing to say much. I'd like to rest here. Ending up in a humorous note. And at last, always in a debate competition, keep your views open. Open means when you end, don't end it abruptly. Open means when you end it up, you just throw the point, throw the view on the house. The house, what do you think? I have given, now it's open. So these are some small things which you should know. Okay, point number two is, students, eye contact. Eye contact is very, very, very important. As because it's a pandemic going on and you people have recorded your speeches and given to the concerned person, the school, I have seen that many of you are not at the eye level of the camera. You are looking here and there, or you are looking at a different place. That should not happen. In an offline debate competition, when you're offline, your eye contact should be with the judges, speakers, and to the house. And for you, the most important thing are two people, the house and the speakers. So eye contact is very necessary. And even I saw some interjectors, when you are asking the questions, your eye contact is not with the speaker. Your eye contact is somewhere else. That shouldn't happen. Eye contact should be with your speakers. Point number three, ability to convince the house that whatever you have said, it is correct and you are only correct and the rest participants are wrong. That is the most efficient thing of a debating skill. When I participate in the JNU debate, JNU, you are all from Delhi. So it's Jawaharlal Nehru University in Delhi. JNU holds a debate program, and you must be knowing. Do you know how many of you know Kanhaiya Kumar? He's now joined Congress, I guess. How many of you know about Kanhaiya Kumar? Raise your hand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You heard his name? Yeah. Okay. Kanhaiya Kumar, I got him as a fellow mate debate in the year 2015. Kanhaiya Kumar, I got him as a fellow mate debater in 2015. 2014-15, I exactly don't remember the year, in JNU. There he said a point that day. You should learn from every people. When he said in Hindi, he competed the entire debate competition in Hindi. He did not use English. But he was so confident in telling the Hindi. He was telling to the house that, house, you people have come here to listen to me, to feel to me, to know to me, to judge to me. So debate is all about the power. Debate is all about that energy. Debate is all about that enthusiasm which you have to put in your views. And in a debate, when you have the power, when you have the punch, at times in your speech, you have to give the punch. At times, you have to go down. For example, if I say you, that students, so Honorable Speaker, sir, this is it. We should not believe this thing as like this. But I feel that the members of the opposition bench do not listen to me. Are you able to find out my modulation in the speech which I am trying to tell you? Otherwise, everything is fine. Everything is cool. We had a wonderful competition. You all are winners. There is nothing first prize and second prize. You people are competing at such an age. That is the most important thing. The other judges have to also to speak, to give your views. That's all from my side. Whatever experience I've gained in my life, I'm showing you that. And I wish you, please keep debating every year and take out these debating skills in your class 12 and when you go further in life. All the best, students. Wish you all the best. I hope you have gained some knowledge from me as a debater. And I thank once again to the school for inviting us. Thank you, everyone. All the best, students. We all love you. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for those wonderful words. Now, I request Dr. Pooja Saxena Nigam to address the gathering.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A very good morning, Reverend Fathers, sisters, respected teachers, and lovely students, some of whom I can see on my screen. Though it would have been very exciting to have been a part of this event in an offline mode, this has been no less than that. The entire aura of the event has taken me back by more than 25 years when I was a part of this school. So it has been more than 25 years. But I must tell you, I must congratulate the entire organizing team as well as the participants for this wonderful execution of the event. I couldn't have imagined it to be any better. My co-judge, Mr. Burman, has already provided you with an intense feedback given his own debating skills. So his feedback is very important. I would, on my level, tell you that it was indeed a well-executed overall competition. Though, again, as he said, some might be the winners, some might not win, but that's not important. That's what St. Francis has always taught us. So being a Francalian myself, I tell you the spirit of participation. And this will, in a sense, the topic today I found to be very relevant in the present times. So how the world is moving at a fast pace. And in that scenario, how we, and particularly you as growing up students, how you, adjust to the entire aura of the changing world. I think this school is going to provide you a solid platform for, carrying out, or maybe I can say carrying yourself throughout your life. So I can say that I'm a proud Francalian. So I can say that whatever I do, wherever I am, I carry with me parts of my upbringing, parts of the teachings that I have, the value system, and I owe it all to this institution and my teachers. And this event, being a part of this event is particularly very important for me. I must thank the organizers and SAWHNEY, our Ex-Students Association, for giving me this opportunity to be here today, because this event is in memory of a beloved teacher. I can't forget Rita Sani ma'am, middle schooling of mine. She taught us geography. She taught me public speaking. So her entire vibrance, her persona is unforgettable. So I can only say Anubha is also here. Anubha was one of my juniors, and I just pray to God that wherever ma'am is, she's at peace, and we miss you, ma'am. And once again, to all the participants, the interjectors, everyone, congratulations. uh, as Mr. Barman said, at this young age, the amount of confidence you people exuberate, this is going to take you places. But one suggestion from my side would be that keep up this confidence, keep on working on yourselves, try to evolve as a person. And a healthy competition is something that is going to take you long in life. But along with that, you should, focus more on evolving by yourself. I mean, as a person. So that would be the best thing for you. And all the best to everyone. I would like to thank the organizers once again. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your motivational words. Now I request Dr. Lokesh Jindal, our third guest for the day, to share his experience with us.
Right. Am I audible? Okay. Thank you. First of all, it's very difficult to speak after two honorable judges have already spoken. But I completely endorse what they have said. It's really amazing to see the young talent coming up because you're the future of the country and the society at large. And I think platforms like this give a lot of exposure to the students. I am myself a Francilian, and whatever I am today and wherever I will be, I think I owe it to my 14 years of education in the school. Those are my foundation years. And all of you are working in such a, as students, you're associated. It's a brilliant organization, and that is evident in a lot of areas. The way you presented your debates, the way you presented your arguments, the way interjections happened, the way it was executed, the way it was planned. So I think hats off to the entire organizing committee, and especially under the leadership of Reverend Father B. Anthony Emeraldos. I think it's a brilliant exercise, and I'm a active member of Sahodey. So in any case, I keep on interacting with Sahodey for various alumni-based initiatives. I may be at the background sometimes because of my other professional commitments. But one thing which I wanted to say was that always compete with yourself. See, debating is good, no doubt about it. And the most toughest part which I see is of the interjection, because that's the point where you have to interject both from both dimensions. So for the motion and against the motion, you have to see the dimension, both the dimensions, and put across your points. I think that was brilliantly put by all the eight interjectors. Life is, apart from debating, it's also about agreeing with yourself, but also being open to what others have to say. That may not be part of the debate competition structure per se. Okay. But in life, the principle is the other person is also okay and I'm also okay. So it is not that I'm okay and the other person is wrong. That may be the format of the debate, but not the format of life. We believe in a concept of Vasudev Kutumbakam, right? Which fundamentally believe that we are basically diversity in unity. I'm repeating, generally it is said it is unity in diversity. I would rather say it is diversity in unity, right? So all of us are human beings first, and the entire objective of entire education, if I remember the school logo correctly, it says knowledge, service, and charity. I think throughout my life till I'm 42 years as of now, even after I passed out in 97, I'm still working on these three dimensions, three pillars given to me by my school, my alma mater. And I think all of us are brand ambassadors of the school in wherever capacity we are, whether we are in in the school or in graduation or in post graduation or in a professional life, even in our personal life. So just maintain the dignity of the school and be a good human being, and let's live in a peaceful world where we accommodate everybody, accept everybody, uh, compete with ourselves, and if learn from others. That's what we call as healthy competition. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for those encouraging words. I now request our special guest, Anubha Sahni ma'am to enlighten us with her message.
The journey to success is a marathon, not a sprint. In other words, burn the midnight oil. Toil, blood, sweat, tears, utmost dedication, continued hard work, day after week after month after year. And finally, you will reach your goal. But success doesn't always come to those who work hard. Sometimes on D-Day, someone who is better, brighter, stronger, faster will nudge past you to reach the pinnacle. The proverbial sprint to success. Good morning, everyone. I hope you've had an invigorating and thought-provoking morning, because I certainly have. Congratulations to all the speakers for their very well-structured arguments. Congratulations also to the interjectors for their very pointed questions. Thank you, Father Principal, teachers and students of SFS for continuing to commemorate my mother's legacy in the form of the RITA SAWHNEY Inter-House Debate Competition. For this honor and this love, I will truly always be very grateful. But now, it's time for the best speaker to win, for the best interjector to get their prize. So let's get ready. Thank you very much for having me here.
As the results are being tabulated, let us enjoy a riveting performance by Joanna Alvin of 6 Orchid. Thank you, Joanna. Now we have an instrumental performance by Orchid Singh of 8 Orchid. was an excellent performance occurred.
We now have Kiara Shibu of Class 7 Iris mesmerizing us with her musical voice.
Okay, Coconut Man, Moonheads, and Peas. You ready? Seems like everybody's got a prize. I wonder how they sleep at night. When the say comes first, when the truth comes, I can just stop for a minute and smile. Why is everybody so serious? Acting so damn mysterious. Got a shade on your eyes and your heels so high that you can't even have a good time. Everybody look to the left. Everybody look to the right. Can you feel like we're playing with love tonight? It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Ain't about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't about the blah-bling, blah-bling. Wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. We need to take it back in time when the music made us all unite. And it wasn't low blows and the video host. I'm not the only one getting tired. Why is everybody so obsessed? Money can buy us happiness. Can we all slow down and enjoy right now? Guarantee everything all right. Everybody look to the left. Everybody look to the right. Can you feel like we're paying with love tonight? It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Ain't about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't about the blah-bling, blah-bling. Wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. We keep the price tag and take the cash back. You give me 6 strings and a half tag. You can keep the cars, meet me the garage. And I lock all I need, the keys and guitars. And guess what? In 30 seconds I'm even a mask. Yeah, we leaping across these undefeatable loss. It's like this, man, you can't put a price on my life. We do this for the love, so we fight and sacrifice every night. So we ain't gonna tumble and fall never. Wait in the sea, us in the sun never free. So we gon' keep everyone moving the feet. So bring back the beat, and then everyone sing it's all about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Ain't about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't about the blah-bling, blah-bling. Wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Ain't about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't about the blah-bling, blah-bling. Wanna make the world dance. Forget about the price tag.
Thank you, Kiara, for such a wonderful performance.
Now, I request our senior coordinator, Monica Kapoor ma'am, to announce the results for the 14th RITA SAWHNEY Memorial Inter-House Debate Competition.
Respected fathers, sisters, our esteemed judges, special guest for the day, Miss Anubha, dear parents, teachers, and students, a very pleasant morning to all. The 14th RITA Sawhney Memorial Interhouse Debate Competition on a very apt theme, Journey to Success, is a marathon, not a sprint, has just seen its successful culmination. On behalf of the management, I extend and express my heartfelt congratulations to the teachers in charge, Miss Rakhi and Miss Soumya, the junior wardens and co-wardens of all the houses, the teacher mentors of all the houses who have trained our young speakers, and a hearty, I would say a heartiest congratulation to our young star debaters and interjectors, some of them who were beginners and it was their first experience, for their stupendous efforts and hard work, which personified the best of skills, teamwork, and dedication. In appreciation, let's put our hands together and give them a loud applause. Our patron saint, Saint Francis de Sales, said, "Be who you are and be that well." And all our young debaters today have exemplified this and are all winners, proving once again that we Francalians have no dearth of oratory skills. I think we can all give a loud applause for all of us. So once again, let's give all of us a loud applause. Come on, all Francalians, put your hands together. I can feel the pressure of the wardens, the co-wardens, the students belonging to different houses, waiting eagerly for the results. Our esteemed judges have given their quick judgment, and our prize committee has been quick enough to complete the tabulation, and I have the much awaited results with me. So let's unfold the suspense. Are we ready? The second prize for the motion is backed by Chaitanya Bhadania of Popol House. He receives a cash prize of rupees 200 and a certificate of merit. Let's hear it for Chaitanya. Well done, Chaitanya. The second prize against the motion. Oh, it's being shared. It's shared by 2 students, and the winners are Yatika Thareja of Chanakya House and any guesses? Ribya Chaudhary of Akbar House. They receive a cash prize of rupees 200 and a certificate of merit each. Well done, Yatika. Well done, Ribya. And moving on to the next set of prizes. The proud winner of the Best Speaker Prize for the motion goes to the winner, who receives a cash prize of rupees 250 and a certificate of merit. And the proud winner is a lot of excitement. All are waiting to hear the name. And the proud winner is Ayan Bhagra of Ashoka House. Ayan, well done. Keep it up. And let's give it for Ayan. Yeah. So let's put our hands together. Well done, Ayan. The best speaker prize against the motion. Any guesses? I'm sure you have different names. The best speaker prize against the motion goes to Parth Anand of Popol House. Parth receives a cash prize of rupees 250 and a certificate of merit. Well done, Parth. Moving on to the next prize. The winner of the best interjector prize is Ishita Agarwal of Akbar House. Ishita receives a cash prize of rupees 100 and a certificate of merit. Congratulations to all the prize winners. Let's hear it for all the prize winners, all the junior wardens, junior co-wardens, the teacher mentors and students of all the 4 houses. Let's give a loud applause. And now, the excitement builds up as we are waiting excitedly for the house-wise tally, the positions. So let's begin. The third position goes to Akbar House, scoring 431 points out of 520 points. Well done, Akbar House. The second position is bagged by, I can see something different. There are 2 houses who are sharing the second position with a total score of 434 upon 520 points. The second position is bagged by Popol House and Ashoka House. Congratulations, Popol House and Ashoka House. Well done. And the best house adjudged in today's debate competition is none other than Chanakya House with a total score of 444 points out of 520. Congratulations to the junior warden, Miss Reena Rajiv, and the junior co-warden, Saju sir, and students of Chanakya House. Well done, Chanakya House. Kudos to all the prize winners. And let's all remember, marathon is an event where everyone is equal and ordinary at the starting line, but a legend is born at the finish line. Keep going, Francalians. Thank you all. Thank you for your patient listening. Have a great day. Thank you.
Gratitude is one of the most exquisite forms of courtesy. As we have come to the end of this competition, I'd like to thank Almighty for the smooth conduct of the program. Our heartfelt gratitude to our principal, Reverend Father Anthony, and our office administrator, Reverend Father Peter, for giving us this platform to organize the event. A special thanks to our judges, Victor Berman sir, Dr. Pooja Saxena Nigam and Dr. Lokesh Jindal, for graciously accepting our invitation and judging the event. A special gratitude to Anubha Sahani ma'am for her auspicious presence. We sincerely thank our dear coordinators, all junior house wardens, co-wardens, and the teacher in charges of the respective houses for their wholehearted support and cooperation. We also thank the technical team for supporting in the smooth conduct of the program. Lastly, we thank all teachers, parents, and dear friends for your encouraging presence. I'd like to congratulate all the houses for their active participation. Thank you all once again. I now request everyone to rise for the school anthem.